Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are now live in the kitchen once again with another rack 'em up, stack 'em up episode that will blow minds like landmines. Well, today is going to be a very special day, very special broadcast, and I will let Hulksmash tell you what it's going to be about. We're going to try to bring him in on the show at this time. And let's see. There we go. We're gonna add him to the stage. There he is. What's going on, my brother? What's going on?
Good afternoon. Well, good morning still. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? D-Rav and chat. How's everybody doing this morning?
All right, brother. I understand that in the conversation that we had about yesterday was a great experience. But before we do that, let's see, can I find this particular episode? If not, we got a surprise for the audience. We got a request from one of our viewers, one of our subscribers, and I'm gonna let Hulksmash talk about that while I go get my stuff right now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna remove myself from the stage, and we're gonna let Hulksmash talk about that surprise that we have for everyone.
Okay. Guess solo's on me. Well, everybody, I guess the surprise is that Barbaro Mike, he's a subscriber. He's been subscribed to us for quite some time now. He's been getting some content. Check out his show. You know, he has some good content on the show there too. He loves things with the cats and everything like that. So check out his show on that. He had a request on a food review, but it was on a drink because the Doordash Revolution was doing some food reviews in the past. and he was saying about this new Coke product. The new Coke product, it has a cream soda, and it also has a diet version of that. Wait 1 second. All right. Okay. I'm gonna flip my camera though too, so then everybody can see it. So face it back. Wait. So you got orange cream soda for Coca-Cola. Okay, that's one. And you also have Coca-Cola orange cream soda, zero sugar. It's new. I was D-Web myself. We was looking for this for a little bit there, and he found his at a gas station, Circle K, and I had to go to the little boys' room. Maybe show my camera the other way now. Hold on. Ding. Okay. So what happened was, as I went to the little boys' room and everything, I was in the supermarket because Lowe's Foods. So after I finished that, I was actually on the phone with D-Bab talking. We were just talking some stuff. I went down there to the beverage aisle. And lo and behold, there was an actual gentleman who was a vendor. You know, he was over there doing his thing with all his Coke products. So I was asking him, you know, did he have the new flavor? Because I was looking for it. So I told him, he showed me where they were. They was on an end cap, but it was actually a 12-pack canned sodas. But I was asking him, do you have the bottle soda? So he looked, he said, no, I don't have them out here in the display. So he went in the back. It took him a little bit. He came back. At first he said that he didn't find any, but he saw the Coke Zero. Right? He saw that one. So I took that one. And then he said, well, hold on. I have one more spot to look at. So I said, okay. So as he went back in there, I walked over there to where he was going in the back, but I stayed outside on the door. So it took him a little bit, then he came back, and he then found this one. It was in another spot. So I took them both because, you see, Bravado Mike didn't specify which one. He didn't say the regular or the Coke Zero. I didn't even know they had two. I was just assuming when he was saying it was just the regular. But when he said he had two, I just went and purchased one of each. So, you know, I don't really drink a lot of soda because I'm a diabetic. So I'm not gonna really drink the soda that much. I'm gonna taste enough just to have a taste for this taste test. Then the rest I'm just gonna pour out because I'm a diabetic and I don't really drink soda like that. So I'm not gonna drink a lot of this soda, but I'll taste enough for the taste test. There is a Dr. Pepper one. My boy likes the Dr. Pepper one, but in my book, Dr. Pepper one. So he can keep that, drink it all day long, all he wants to. I don't care. But I never had the Coke one because it's a new flavor. I'm gonna keep his name anonymous because, you know, but I'm gonna call him Mr. X. He works for a vending company, Coca-Cola. But he did say that the flavor, this came out Monday. It was released this past Monday. Some places got it Monday, but everybody else is getting it today. So that's what he was saying. Now he recommends it's not that cold because it was in the bag and I had it in my ice thing right here with my ice pack. But it's gonna be good enough for me to taste it. He had his code, Doordash Revolution, so he had the regular flavor. So he could probably get a better taste of it cold. But he recommend it cold. He said it was okay. His taste on it was okay. Whatever that means. But his taste was it was okay. So that was his take on the taste of the new flavor. So we're gonna taste it and see what happens. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna take off my computer and put this one here so that I can taste. Doordash Revolution, you want to taste yours? You got yours too?
I have mine, ladies and gentlemen. I have. Let me put it on solo for me, so you can see it for a second. Let me do this here first. Okay. Is we still there? There we are. There we are. Let's try this one more time. All right. Let me put it on solo for me. All right. So, as you can see, I got the orange. It's got frost on it, which means it's got a chance to get a cooler temperature.
Mm-hmm.
We also have this one as well. But there was one more. But ladies and gentlemen, I drunk it so fast that I forgot how it tastes, but I still got some left. This is the regular cream soda of Dr. Pepper. This is the orange cream soda of Coca-Cola. And the strawberry, one of my all-time favorite, cream soda with Dr. Pepper. But we're gonna let Huck go ahead and taste and try his first. I'm gonna get off the solo screen, and we're gonna pull him up on the solo screen, so you ladies and gentlemen can get a better view. Right now, look like my mechanism is stuck. There we go. So I'm getting ready to put him on solo screen so he can do the first test.
All right. Well, first test is going to be the regular one, as you can see. The regular flavor one. I'm going to taste that one. Everybody hear that? That means this bottle has never been opened. You see the little fuzz coming up on there too. There you go. I did it slowly because I did shake it by accident a little bit, so I didn't want to spray out on my car. All right. There it goes. Bottoms up.
Teeth and gums, let it come.
Nah, I don't know if it's because I don't drink soda no more, but I don't like the soda taste. And the cream soda, nah. Yeah, people say, well, Hulk, why you drink it again? Well, I drink it again because I'm trying to get my taste buds to try to, it's a new flavor, so I'm trying to get my taste buds to get acclimated to it, because at first it's real nasty. So I'm trying to do it, but I'm sipping it a little bit because I'm not going to drink a lot of this soda.
Right. One more time. One more time. Just a little.
Yeah, I'm going to drink it a little bit more, but then that'll be it for me with this one.
All right.
But I got the other one to taste.
Okay.
Okay. It was cold, but it's not as cold as his because it was in the refrigerator. It was in my ice chest. My little ice chest I have here when I have my lunch and stuff. But it was cold enough. It's real strong to me because I don't drink soda that much, pretty much at all. So me drinking that soda is really sweet. Very fast to me. That's how I felt when it came. It came down smooth.
Uh-huh.
But the aftertaste, I don't like the aftertaste on the palate. It needs like a little aftertaste that a little funky to me.
Okay.
Um, so I'm gonna swig a little bit of this water here just
Yes,
to
sir.
try to get some of the aftertaste out. Then I'll
Yes,
try
sir.
the other one
Take your
in a
time.
second.
Take your time.
All right.
I got a question for you. I'm going to stay. I'm going to leave you on the solo screen while I'm in the background, on the backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you talked to the Coca-Cola vendor that was there because that was you met him and he was how was his customer service? And the question I want to know is when did he say that it actually came out? I missed
Oh,
that
okay.
part earlier. I missed that
Okay.
part earlier.
Um, the first part of the question, how was his customer service? I think his
Yeah.
customer service was from a scale of 1 to 10 was a 10. Um, when I came to him, I said hello and stuff. He said hello. He had a smile on his face and everything. I introduced myself, you know, and he asked me, what can I do? How can I help you? So I explained to him I was looking for this new flavor of Coca-Cola cream soda. I explained to him why also. He kind of giggled about it, but he was like intrigued. He said, oh, okay. You guys do little food reviews and things like that? I said, yes. So I explained about the gig community that I'm involved in. I showed him the channel and stuff like that so that he could go and then he could go and get on to other gig communities in this gig community or other channels through DRAV if he wants to. But when he went to look for it, because he showed me it on an end cap, but I didn't specify. So when he's okay, you solo now. He showed me on end cap the cans, but I was just expecting that's cool right there. He showed me on end caps with the cans, and then I was like, well, if it's any possible, because D-Ray was on the phone with me, and he said something about, oh, I have it in the bottle. So I asked him, do we have a bottle? He said, yeah, I'll go see if we have them in the back. He looked on his, on the shelf in there first to make sure, because he was dealing with something with the cans of the Cokes. He didn't find any there, so he said he's gonna look in the back. So he looked beyond. He said, hold on, if you have some time. So I said, yes, sir. So he went to look for me. He took the extra step to look. He didn't have to do that. He could have just said, well, I can't, he could have been, a woo person or whatever, just didn't want to look, because he was real busy. He took his time out to do that for me, and I thanked him for it really graciously. I really thanked him for it.
Right.
So when he went to look for it and he came back and he said, well, the only one I didn't find that one, but I had this one,
Okay.
which is this one. And then before he left, he told us something. He said, well, I have another spot. I didn't look. Can you hold
Okay.
on a second? I'll go right back. So he went again beyond, and I followed him to the area, so he had to really walk all the way back because he moved his cart to another spot. That's why I followed him. So he didn't have to go all the way back there.
Right.
So then when I followed him, when he came out a little bit later on, he found this one. So I bought them both because I didn't even know about this one. And Mr. Mike, he didn't really specify, which one to get. So I was just kind of assuming it was the regular. But since we had both of them, I got both, one of each. So that was that part. Now, the other part of your question was when did it come out? Public, when it came to the public.
Right.
He said this past Monday.
Okay.
It came out to the public. Now, everybody didn't get it Monday. He said some stores didn't get it Monday, but everybody should have it today on Thursday. But it came out to the public Monday. That's what he said. It came out to the public this past Monday. So that's the answer to that. But like I said, I give him a 10.
Okay.
He went beyond and stuff. He had a smile. We joked about a little stuff in the conversation. He gave his opinion on it. He didn't have to, but he felt the vibe that we was good, so he was talking to me. That's just something that like I see that in the gig community we do also. There's a lot of people who do that. When you go to a customer, you can feel you have it's just something that comes like natural or so. It's not really something you can be taught. It's either you got it or not. That's just my
Right.
opinion.
Uh-huh.
But you kind of like do it as like a natural thing. You feel out somebody, how they talk, how they present themselves, or their body language and stuff, and you read all that, you comprehend all that, like calculate all that in your mind real fast, and then you just react a certain way to them. You can kind of
Okay.
like tell somebody wants to not be bothered, then you'll be
Right.
like, okay, I'm going to still give them that customer experience, but I'm just not going to really try to hold up their time.
Right.
Then you have people who are very, very talkative and stuff like that. And you want to talk to them, but you have a job to do. So you have to understand how to talk to them and then also say that you have a job to do without trying to hurt their feelings.
Right.
So it's a challenge both ways.
Okay.
So, me, I came across that, and I'm sure a lot of content creators, people who do gig work and other work who are content creators, have encountered with somebody and they have some kind of interaction with that person. It could be on your W-2 job.
Right.
So it don't even have to be a gig work. It's
Right.
just it's just interacting with people and how you could assess something and then go back and forth in a good way, you
Right.
know, and try not to escalate something.
Right.
And that's how it is. That's my thing I would say about even on YouTube. Like I'm interacting with you, but then when you go to another person's channel and you go on there, you gotta respect the host. You gotta try to interact with the host of the show, the person who owns the show. You gotta understand what that person's about and respect how they are. The same way you do when you interact with customers out here. It's the same way you kind of do on people's show.
Right.
So I'll just leave it right there. I had a good experience and with that gentleman, and I told him about the channel, so he might subscribe or just look at it. And I told him the latest video. So if he sees another video after that, then that'll be the new latest video. And so if he sees that one, then he might chime in and see. We all talking about him, but we didn't say his name or anything, just
Right.
for his
Right.
confidentiality and stuff, and out of respect for him. But he would know who we're talking about, but it was nothing bad because he didn't do nothing bad or anything like that. We didn't want, because his policies are where he work at. We had to respect him. So that's all.
First of all, I want to give. I didn't drop my drink, but first of all, I want to give that gentleman a round of applause in a second. I'm right here trying to do a few things. Let me do this here before we do that. All right, we're gonna try it again. Hey, let me see. That's what I'm talking about. I know what I'm gonna have to do on that. So we're gonna give him a silent round of applause because I got both of these things on the same device, and it's gonna throw some feedback in there, and we're gonna have an echo. So I'm not able to do it unless I disable. I can disable it. It ain't gonna be no problem. Let me go ahead and disable it. I can enable it anytime. What I'm gonna do is I want to give him a round of applause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I want to give him a round of applause in today's edition is we've been doing videos, Hulksmash and myself, about business etiquette, quality customer service. That customer service is a customer experience. and professionalism and great communication. The reason why I asked Hulk them questions because at that time, Hulksmash was a customer, and the man did above and beyond what it took to make sure he could accommodate the customer. What he did was, even though he's a vendor, he's stocking the stuff in there. His client was the store, as well as the customers asking about a product, with him representing the store as well. He also reached out and did above and beyond, ladies and gentlemen, helping the customer that will come back to their store and do repeated business. This is the avenue that we're trying to get everybody to understand when we're on these platforms. It's not all about just the drivers only. You got the customers and you got the merchants as well. We all interact together. We all are each other's clients. The number one thing Huck talked about was respect. You bring that respect with your business etiquette. It's going to go a long ways. Good mannerism will go a long ways. Before you try that next drink, I'm gonna go ahead and do my test and everything. That way, that'll give yourself time to, get yourself together there. Because I also got folks' minds that diabetic as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be on a solo screen. We're gonna try all three of these flavors. I may have to take a break in between, not to do them too close together because it may mess up the taste of the test. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna go on solo screen at the moment. And Hope may have to take that test another day. Because I don't want anything to react a certain kind of way. All right, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we got the cream. So I already hit this early. I do my brushes and everything. So Hope, go ahead and hit your mute button. All right. Now I'm going to show you the Dr. Pepper cream soda here. Right, this is one of my all-time favorites besides Dr. Pepper 23 for the Dr. Pepper lovers. All right, and we got the orange. We're gonna try the Coke first. Let me make sure I have my setup here for my show. I was gonna hit Hulk with it earlier, but I was late on it. I'm gonna make sure I turn it down first because we don't want no feedback going through. All right, make sure I have the right sound effect in case my face looked the same way Hulksmash did. All right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna open it slowly, crack it slowly first. The first crack. All right, you heard that little fizz there. You see the fizz coming up. That means it's properly sealed and everything. Sometimes you hit that first crack, and then you try to hit that second crack, then everything just overflows and and everything. Because sometimes these bottles get shaken. Sometimes the customers go in, right? And they'll shake that bottle, put it right back in there, or drop the bottle, put it back in there. The customer that's buying it don't know. That's why I don't never get the first bottle in the shelf. All right, let me get ready to take a wow. Mm. Some people might like the taste. It's interesting, but it's different. Everybody taste buds is different. That wouldn't be a drink for me to drink. I'm not a Coca-Cola fan. I'm more a DP, but they both are Coke products. Wow. What food would you be able to eat with that? Would it go good with pizza? Would it go good with wings? Would it go good with tamales? Would it go good with wow. That is some type of experience, ladies and gentlemen. Some people might like that. I feel like I got a little head rush with that one. Yeah, I'm glad I did tell Huck to hold up on them. Huck said burgers. Yeah, burgers. He's still talking about ooh wee ee wee about Dr. Pepper, but he don't drink sodas that much anyway. Y'all heard him say it. So I done did something strange over here on the, what did I do over here? All right, you know I'm working off of another device. I had to keep my eyes on it. It'd be doing some on its own type of stuff with these pop-ups and everything. All right, let's try. I'm like him now. I gotta get some water to get the taste out of my mouth. The aftertaste. The aftertaste. Wow, it's supposed to have a citrus orange flavor to it. Look like they still may have to improve the combination of that there. Mm. Wow. Yeah, Hulk may have to do that test on that Diet Coke later on. All right. We're going to test it against Dr. Pepper cream soda. We're going to see what it's going to be like. Because today was my first time getting the Dr. Pepper cream soda. This right here came on the shelf before this one. So I know how that one tastes. If you like red cream soda and you're a Dr. Pepper fan, you might like this. But let's go ahead and it's got a lighter cream soda taste. It ain't one of my recommended specials as a Dr. Pepper fan, but a lot of Dr. Peppers might like the cream soda. But this versus this one, you still got to get used to the interesting experience that you go through. The citrus orange kind of throw things a little off balance there. This had a lighter taste to it. Neither one of these will be my preference to drink. I'm a Dr. Pepper fan. I have drank Coke, but when Coke changed through the years, the real Coke back in the days, it's kind of different. That what made me go to Dr. Pepper. Now, we're gonna try this. I've done a taste test on this once before. So we're gonna crack the top on this one. All right, you notice I just did a half turn where you can feel it do what it do. Then I do the 3/4 turn. That's the full turn. You just got through hearing the seal crack. All right. You see the bubbles there, right? This is a much more better taste for your Dr. Pepper fans versus this. This is the better flavor. This versus this is a better flavor. But I'm a Dr. Pepper fan. If you want to try this flavor, try it, have your own experience, because it's an orange vanilla flavor. That's what it is. It's an orange vanilla flavor. It says it on the packet here, right where you see where it says new. It says it right there. Orange vanilla flavor. That's the reason why I was something kind of was off balance to my taste buds. I'm like, and it put that certain look on my face, just like it did Hulksmash face. It put that look on his face as well. So that's, to my opinion, my experience, my perspective. I'm more a Dr. Pepper than Coke fan. Coke fans may like that orange and vanilla cream flavor, but I think it kind of offset it a bit. But try it out for yourself so you can have your own experience and your own opinion. Now with this here, this has the strawberry and cream flavor. You know, if you used to drink Big Red cream sodas and all of that, it's a little bit better than that, in my opinion. You know, so we done already did the taste test on all three. Okay, I'm getting ready to bring Hulksmash back up on the scene. Let me go ahead and do this now, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing him back on the scene, and we're gonna let him try that other flavor another day. You know, let's see, do I have on the screen? I need to be the one. Let's see, exit the solo stage. We both on the screen. Unmute yourself, Hulksmash. And as you saw me doing the taste test out of these three, and I feel like I feel the caffeine and the sugar rush. That's the reason why I'm saying don't try the other one until another day, if that's okay with you, if you want to. If not,
That's fine because I was drinking more water and stuff, and I'm better now. I don't want to hit my
overdo it.
sugar level. I can felt my sugar
Okay.
go up. So
All right. So we get ready to that was the wise choice to make and the wise decision to make because I saw the look on his face. I saw the expression of the after effect and everything. I also feel something also. So we had a good conversation yesterday and I might can pull it up. Let me see.
can I say something before you start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You see, we did a safety awareness right there at the same time. If nobody caught that, it was a safety awareness. I said in the beginning, I don't really drink soda that much. I usually don't drink it at all. I try not to, but I do here and there, but it's very, 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 very seldom. So when I do, and I said I'm a diabetic, that has a strong sugar and all that stuff on me. So I'm not used to doing it. That's why I had to drink the water right after. See, what he just said is he looked at my face and body language. This was good about being on a panel when you're doing food reviews or any kind of mukbang challenge and stuff. You can look at the other person
Right.
for safety wise. I already thought I was going to say to him once he said I could speak, I didn't want to try it, but he already was saying recommended me not to try it, and that just validated what he was saying. You see, that's the safety. When you're on these panels and stuff and doing challenges and things like that, you always got to do things safe and look at every participant in the challenge. Don't matter what type of challenge it is, taste testing, whatever. It's still some kind of challenge. So there's always some kind of risk factor in it, you know. So that's what I was gonna do. That was the safety awareness part right there that he just put out that we both did at the same time on real time. And then that's all I had to say.
That's a very valid point and information, that we just did. And this is what I want to also share as well. I may go on the solo screen to show it. Hulk Smash is going to explain everything because this is his experience, and his experience is still his story. And I want to add some more about when you do these food challenges with the different flavors and all of that, the chemistry of the balance of these ingredients in the food may offset something, trigger something with your body, and you have to be mindful of it when you do food challenge. You have to be mindful of it when you're consuming food from restaurants and all of that. Food safety is a very important thing. Merchants do, the owners do value, but sometimes other people that you may hire may not look at it the same way because it's not their ownership of the store. But when you're dealing with products and service that deals with the customer, you got to make sure that you put all the value into what you're doing. I seen a video, I can't find it now, but it was this morning, 6 years ago. A young lady was talking about she was working at Popeyes. She quit Popeyes because she saw some chicken off in the T. I tried to pull it up earlier when I was with my avatar face, but I couldn't find it. But I do want to. Do you have it accessible, Hulk? The pictures that you sent me, because I have it accessible. But if you got it accessible, you can go ahead and tell everyone about
Hold
this
on.
experience.
Hold on. Let me go and see. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, photos.
Because I have an experience also that relates to it, but it happened last night. But I want him to be able to address his story, his situation, and he got proof. We had to, do some editing because of certain information we did not want to put out there.
Yeah, I just noticed I had to do editing again because customer name, I missed it. Edit says something about the apartment, so I got to do edit again.
Okay, I do have the first picture. I could show it because I went ahead and I did that. I took care of that part what you're talking about. If you want me to, I can go ahead and show that.
Okay, which one you talk about? The one that I said, oh, okay, got it. I arrived.
Yes,
Okay, okay, okay. That's the second part.
that's the
Okay,
second one.
yes, sir. I got
Okay.
the first part. Then I'll let you do the second part since you already did that. You see, this is another thing. Before we put something on a show, we have 4 sets of eyes on it. See, I missed something, but he didn't, and he caught it. I did a lot of the editing, but I missed the editing. He caught the editing. He edited that other part. He acknowledged what I said, so he's going to show that part. He didn't know that was the second part. Now he knows that's the second part. So I'll show the first part, and then he can show the second part. Okay. So
I'm gonna go ahead. What I'm gonna do at this moment, I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the solo screen,
okay.
and I'm also gonna mute myself at the same time. Go ahead.
All right. Cool. Hold on. All right. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Let me go to this. Switch it. Okay. Well, I'm going to show it so y'all can see it forward. Okay. I was doing an Uber Eats order, and this was an Uber Eats order. This is a customer that had a concern about Uber Eats. Now I'm going to keep it up here and explain this part, and then you guys can see the other part when he shows. I had 2 orders on Uber Eats, 2 different customers, 2 different spots. This customer actually was looking at the screen for the map. She noticed, the customer, that I wasn't coming straight to the drop off. And then she wrote this: I wish to tell us when y'all have extra stops, because now my food will be cold. That was her concern because she saw me going another way and not going directly to the drop off. I saw that, so I wrote back, and this is what I wrote to the customer. I'm sorry, I thought they do. I did put food in an insulation bag. I meant to say insulated bag, but she understood when I got there. To help keep food warm. Okay? So now, when he shows the other part, it's just basically when I got there and stuff like that. But he'll show that part in a second. So I'm driving now to the person. The person then texts again. I saw the text come up, but I couldn't answer right away. I pulled over to a safe spot, and then I answered the text. Safety is always first. So then now, D-Rev, you can show the other part. Then I'll go on from there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to make accessible the second one. I was looking in the live chat, making sure everything was cordial as expected. I'm gonna go ahead and go on the screen. Let's see. That don't show both of us. Let me try it again. All right, on my end. Okay. On his end. There we go. There we go. Both of us should be seen in a few seconds. Sometimes I gotta double tap it. There it goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm getting ready to take my avatar off. I gotta make sure I'm back on. Okay, we're back on site. There we are right there. And I'm gonna go solo so you guys can get a better view. All right, this is the second one he was talking about. I'm gonna go top to bottom. All right. As he let you know, this was a multiple order, which it could have been a stack order or an add-on. He'll be able to tell you more about it. I'm getting ready to pull him back up right now. Okay, as I do this, hold on. I'm doing it backwards because I'm a southpaw. All right, there he is. All right, the floor is yours, George.
Okay.
This was a multiple order. Was it a stack order or an order added to that order?
It was an add-on. Yes, sir. It was an add-on. Okay. One order, busy order I had was from IHOP. This order we're talking about here was for Bojangles. That was an add-on. So I'll read what he showed on there because I can read it on my screen that I got. Y'all could go back and see. I answered, said, okay, got it, because they gave me some instructions. Where the meter and stuff like that. When I got there, I said, I've arrived. The reason why I said I arrived is because it was a meet at door.
Okay.
I always, when I have a meet at door, I always, doesn't matter what app I'm on, I always say I arrived. The reason why I do that, and that's the customer know that I'm on site. I have arrived on the property. It makes me, for safety, so when I come and approach the door, I won't get any bad things happen to me. Like a dog come out, give them time so hopefully a dog, they can keep the dog inside. That's the thing. A lot of times people get attacked by dogs.
Right.
The person might not be alert and think the worst and come out there with an equalizer. Okay? Equalizer is a weapon. A lot of people straight to go to that equalizer they have and use it.
Right.
So I do that. And also at nighttime, You know, if you feel that you're there at the place, at least hopefully that person will meet at door, they'll come outside. So that way, if somebody's coming outside right there, that's most likely possibly the person. You'll still want to make sure and do your diligence, make sure, but
Mm-hmm.
most likely. So for your safety as well as the customer. That's why I do it. I arrive, let them know. So I
Okay.
arrived on site, and then the lady came out. She saw that I had it in my insulated bag. She was happy about that. She also explained that this ain't the first time this happened. It happens a lot on Uber Eats. So something new. Since it was two different orders, it wasn't the same order from the same person. They didn't see. So she's saying that Uber Eats didn't let her know that there was a stop I had to do prior to this one. Because we had multiple stops sometimes, but she didn't know that. She knew because she saw me on the map. She's one of the ones that actually had a phone and ready for it. She knew she ordered something and she's watching on the app. She's not mad at the driver. She was actually happy because we had a nice conversation. So it came out to be a good conversation. She was upset with Uber Eats,
Okay.
uh, and she was worried about her food. Now she has some good food in that Bojangles bag,
Okay.
and you want your food. She knows it's not going to be as hot as she went there and got it and just ate it right there at the restaurant, but at
Yeah.
least be some kind because uh, she even said when she gets her food from drivers, they don't have them in bags. They don't have them in bags. So what kind of bags? You know?
Mhm.
So whatever the temperature is in that car and outside, that's what it goes by. And it was raining on top of that.
Right.
So you got the weather, you know, they get soggy food because of rain. The bag
Right.
they put them in is not waterproof or anything or water resistant, you know. At least if you get some kind of insulated bag, it could help with the water. It's not, it might not be waterproof, it could be somewhat water resistant. It's a little different.
Right.
So that's why I always put it also in the bag because also climate weather too is something too.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole experience came out good at the end. And she said she's going to talk to the Uber Eats again and let them know to see what they could do about, you know, letting the customers know if the driver has an extra stop prior to theirs. Because that's all she saw was her. She didn't see the other person.
Okay.
So that's something that, you know, the platform, when she goes and talks to them, maybe the platform will put that in consideration and make a new update. They'll probably look into it.
Right. That's
So,
very interesting. That's very interesting that you said that because a lot of those drivers assume that they see both of those orders. I was one of those drivers in the past that thought that too, because I was a customer as well. There were times that I would see multiple stops coming from the driver, but did I see it every time that happened? We don't know. It's a possibility that it could have been, it could not been, a 50-50 chance, so to speak. That's very interesting to know because what I went through yesterday was very similar to your situation, but a little different. You was on the Uber Eats app. I was on Grubhub. This happens also on Doordash and other platforms. Walmart, Spark, Instacart, Ship, Road any app that has customer service to it. There is a triangle, and I have said it in videos in the past. I even draw the diagram. You have the customer, you have the last mile logistic technology app, and you have the driver app that completes that triangle. Okay, what we doing is we going behind the scenes. Like I said in our introduction, we will be the guys behind the scenes bringing this type of information so it could be a better understanding among drivers, customers, and merchants. These problems that goes on the app, and once we get behind the scenes and find out what the problems are, maybe we can also talk about a solution to be provided on these apps once we find out where these problems are. Because there's a lack of communication there, because that knowledge is not provided on the platform when us content creators in the gig community just talk about drivers only society. It's more than just drivers only, because drivers, you are customers too. You got a car, that means you had to purchase it somewhere, which means you became a customer because you had to buy a vehicle. Okay, you're a customer too. Food. Okay, we buy groceries and stuff. We got to eat. Okay, we're a customer again. We are consumers, ladies and gentlemen, as well. So you got to balance this thing out. There's a lot of things that we don't know. So we shouldn't just assume things. Yeah, there are dishonest people in the world. So there will be dishonest people on each one of those platforms. Does it mean all of us dishonest? No. There's been a lot of finger pointing. Drivers versus customers, customers versus the merchant, drivers versus the merchant, everybody against the platform. So that back and forth battle been going on for a long time. You know, complaints with scams, all of this due to dishonest people. All of us is not dishonest people, you know. So that's what we try to do. BG is in the house. Um, yeah, we trying to talk more about this side of the fence, because reason why, okay, the reason why we got to do it, because there's a lot of things we don't pay attention to about the platforms. There's a lot of things that is in the unknown. There are problems, but there's no solutions, because we're not able to fully identify the problem, because we are customers. The customer, I'm talking about as a customer. I'm a customer that order off of these apps. So I had to understand more about the driver perspective by becoming a driver. That's how I became a driver. Okay. So, and vice versa. I talked about during the pandemic, you know, you couldn't get food as fast as you get it now. Sometimes it took 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So let's go ahead and talk about my situation, my experience. On Grubhub around about 6:35 p.m., I got an order coming from this Mexican restaurant. First it was Freddy's. So I was in Piperton when I got that order. By the time I got to Freddy's, I got a Bahela order. Freddy's order was by Hay. The Mexican restaurant order was like 2.5 miles away from Collierville. As I dropped that off, the customer was getting in contact with me. I noticed you're still in Collierville. You've been in Collierville 15 minutes. Already reached out to the customer, right? When's my food coming? I had to drive an extra 8 miles. And as I got a chance to drop the customer order off at the Mexican restaurant, which was 2.5 miles down the street, I got an order to come back to KFC. I was like, I'm not going to get that KFC order and having dropped this customer order off from Freddy's, which they had, you know, they had a shake and they had a drink and they had a burger and everything. So I'm explaining to the customer that I have multiple Grubhub orders. They was like, I hate that because then no one let us know. I said, I'm letting you know. I'm reaching out to you. So I hit it there, found it 15, 20 minutes later, if not a little longer. Got a chance to drop the order off way out there in the sticks, ladies and gentlemen, where you don't see no lights. A lot of woods. You're driving a half a mile up in the driveway to get to the area and all of that. We had a good conversation. I explained to the customer that there does be glitches on your app, my app. the DoorDash app or Grubhub app. In my situation, was the Grubhub app. Apologizing that there was a breakdown in communication with the apps, but we stayed in communication with them and everything. And this is something I want to add to the table or put on the plate of all the drivers that are out there to acknowledge. And we so often forget because there's a lot of finger pointing from drivers. There's a lot of finger pointing from customers because people use their resource of lashing out on TikTok. Okay, a lot of customers, when they have problems, they go to TikTok. Us drivers, majority of us, we use YouTube. So if we can get to understanding what's happening behind the scenes, it doesn't mean people going to change their attitudes. People going to be who they are. Like I said, we got dishonest people out here. We just got through talking about safety earlier. We did a food product review with these drinks here. Hulksmash, he let us know he was a diabetic. I looked at him after he took that first taste, and when he took that second one, I had already made an executive decision to not let him try that next drink. That's if he even want to do another review on it. I think the review is good enough what we did already. And just like I said, with this product here, people have to be careful when new products come out. That's why you got to read the labels. That's why you got to read the content. And then sometimes all the information that's on here is not some of the ingredients that's put in here. It's still some left out details. And when I went to looking around and reading, it wasn't just the orange cream soda. It's got an orange vanilla flavor along with other natural flavors. So it's a whole lot of stuff in here, maybe put in there that may give a reaction to the body. So when I got to the screen that was doing this here, I was looking at him. I was looking at his body language. I was looking at his facial expression. So that's why I work with that right there, made that executive decision. You see, we got to be mindful, restaurant operators and employees, to take better care of food packaging to give to the customer. Drivers, we got to take care of food packaging a lot better than some of us do. You got teenagers out here, college students out here. You got a lot of people that don't care. That don't mean everybody that's a college student acts this way, but you do have people that really don't care behind all of the platforms. There's somebody that don't care. See, and it can affect other people. That experience. Hulksmash, if people miss the replay, be sure to look at the replay. And I pay attention to his experience. I'm looking, I'm analyzing, I'm evaluating. Now I got to make a conscious judgment call here. Do we proceed on? Let him do the taste test on the next one? No. I did my taste test, and I was like, wow. I felt that experience off of that drink. That's not a bad review. But that's life about anything that we dealing with when we getting food, and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people will be able to take this product. I can't take energy drinks. That don't mean that the energy drink not good for other consumers. I can't take the energy drinks. It don't work with me. It don't work with my body. It don't work with my nervous system and all of that. But that don't mean that it won't work for somebody else. You have to make your own conscious decision on that. But back again with the community awareness of going behind the scenes, talking about things that we don't normally talk about in the gig community as content creators. There's a lot of content out here. A lot of content. You see what I mean? So we got to pay attention to those things. We got to have safety conscious in what we do, how we drive. We're not the only ones on the highway. You know what I'm saying? We got to do tactical parking. We got to You know, you got people got road rage, not just us delivery drivers, but everybody that's on the highway that are in these streets. Some people are trigger happy, cause they got that weapon. They may want to use that equalizer and didn't have a real excuse to use it. They just felt froggy that day. So yeah, and then he also mentioned about, respecting each other's channels and all of that. Even though we look at YouTube as content creators in a different view that subscribers and viewers look at it. And it's not just all about us, it's about the whole community, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we want to put awareness out there. We doing Black History Month, not with a different spin, but I have a theme for this month. And that theme is, let me pull it up, because I don't want people to think that why you didn't put me on the Black History Month. Hold on, I didn't want that to go on. Why you didn't put me on the Black History Month. It's a theme that I got going for this month. And I want to talk about the theme right quick. Let's see, can I pull it up? Let's see. If not, I'm going to pull it up on my other device. The theme is the struggles through your life journey. And content creators that fit that theme in our community, outside our community, those are the ones I'm going to utilize. We may not have those interviews, but we can still feature those content creators. You see, so we got some pretty good episodes coming out. That's one of them in the short there. Don't give away your birthright. Okay. You got to check that out to know what I'm talking about. And the other one, if I can pull it up, which I can't, don't look like I can here. Let me see. Okay, you got a Doordash driver made $100,000. There's other DoorDash drivers that made $100,000, but why did I choose that guy? You got to go to that video to find out. You go in the description. I got a lot of stuff off in the description, the timestamps and everything like that. And I got topics for each one of them timestamps. So he was interviewed by the news. He was interviewed by a Republican, a state representative in Hawaii. And pay attention to that conversation. I suggest, the key points will be at timestamp 14 to timestamp 20. Very interesting conversation there. And look at how I reviewed it, how I analyzed it, and gave you my perspective on it. For those that missed this, check out the replay. Check out the replay. And I did one where I talked about the Christian Methodist Episcopal headquarters. I'm going to go over there as well. They got different businesses up in there. And I'm going to, talk to them people behind the scene. They're doing great things in the community of Whitehaven. So where are we going with it there? Even though if I don't get the interviews, I will be featuring those businesses. There's one content creator that won 18 Webby awards. And I didn't even know it was a such thing of a Webby award. So out of the city of Memphis, Tennessee, in the Mid-South area here. So we working on having the information hub that's going to give resources and information be provided, not just only in the Mid-South area, but people can start knowing where they may need to look. So that's the importance of it. Just like I pulled it up earlier. I might not be able to pull it up now. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff here in my shorts. So that's the thing. We're trying to bring as much positivity from different angles so we can look at what this gig community is all about. It's not just about us drivers only, ladies and gentlemen, because if it is, we wouldn't be able to make any money without the customers. If it's no customers, there will be no business. And during the winter season when we had this winter storm and all of that, a lot of the mom and pop shops that use Grubhub, they didn't have anybody, doing business with them. And that means if there was no customers doing business with them, that means those drivers didn't have a job on that platform. So there's a whole lot of ins and outs that we would need to know about that hasn't been acknowledged or hasn't been spoke about, that needs to be put on the table so everybody can kind of consume and digest and be able to understand what's going on when you're out here in these streets. The lack of knowledge is the reason why we make bad decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, Hope, you got anything else you want to say before we head up out of here?
No, not really. Just be true to yourself, man. Just have respect for other people. How you work, people to have respect for you. That's how I look at it. Some people might think different, but you're doing a job. It's your personal business. It's your business. You have a business. You represent your business. Just like we talked about earlier about that gentleman that I approached with the Coke. He's a vendor from a Coca-Cola company, but he was representing his employer, but he's also was representing also the store that I was in, and I was a customer. So that's all. Just be respectful, even though others might not be respectful to you. Got to just try your best. Going back at them, it's not gonna really solve anything. Who got the bigger, alpha? Who's the alpha person? It could be alpha female or alpha male. But
Right, right.
it's not always who's the alpha person. So that's all I have to say about it.
Appreciate it so much, Hulksmash. We got to give you a round of applause for, presenting your story, presenting your experience, and you had proof. And we blotted out those sections because we wanted to keep the client's information private. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Same way with the vendor. We could have simply got got a picture, a photo with him, and the storefront and all of that. But people jobs now, they have it off in their contract clause when they get hired about this social media platform, and you got your uniform on and you're doing these jobs, and you don't want to get no one fired or lose their job because they was trying to help a cause. So what we did was we was able to take the story, thank him for what he did because he went above and beyond. He could have simply said, "Man, we don't have that. That won't come in the next week or 2 weeks or 2 months from now." He did everything diligently. He did the four keys to business: better business etiquette, quality customer service. I look at it as an experience. Okay, that customer service is the experience that you give to your client. Okay, excellent professionalism, great communication. Customers, you got to communicate with the drivers. All right. And drivers, you got to communicate with the customers. We can't always assume that because we got 2 or 3 orders, that the customer actually knows that we got multiple orders on that one platform. And Grubhub sometimes have a habit of giving you quadruple orders. And I get them all the time. So just keep being mindful of that. Try not to go back and forth with these customers and stuff because that's documentation right there being recorded on these platforms. And sometimes we let our feelings and emotions get in the way and then we get deactivated off these platforms. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just got to give Hulksmash a round of applause for putting on a great show today. Thank you again, Hulksmash, for what you're doing in the community, man. Just like we also got to give a shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles and what I have seen, interviews with Jalen Hurt. He kept his composure and everything, stayed positive. He told people about how there was black unity among His family, his mom and father, they was there. And then people wanted to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him a round of applause too, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles there. The story has a message, ladies and gentlemen, and the message has a meaning that has a lesson for each and every one of us. Peace and take care, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hit you with our exit music, and hopefully, we will be keep going on with this new direction movement, this new beginning movement in the journey that we face of the challenges in life. The episodes that you missed, just go back and go in the replay, check them out, and all of that is very positive message there. There are some other things I want to share, but I'm not going to share because sometimes people may have an event and then they wind up have to postpone it or whatever, or cancel it or whatever. So we'll let you know when it's going down at the time that it's going down. And BG, we appreciate you being here as well. So I'm getting ready to
Mm-hmm.
find exit music as I'm looking forward right now, and we're gonna do it just like this. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for watching Take It to the Streets live morning show with your boy Doordash Revolution and Hulksmash. We thank you and we appreciate you, and we sending God blessings to you. Until we meet again, we'll see you in the next video. Peace and take care.